This video is about symbolism. So what is a symbol? A symbol simply represents something else. It stands in the place of something else. Most of the time it's a visual representation, but it can also be a word symbol that isn't a literal meaning but represents something different. A symbol can represent real objects, but most of the time symbols represent ideas, things that you can't actually touch or feel. And symbols oftentimes have more than one meaning. So for example, when you are reading a book, you might come across a symbol and it might represent something very important to you, and then someone else can read the same thing and maybe they can come up with different idea of what that symbol might represent for them. So that's kind of the neat thing about representations and about symbols. The meaning can be based on a person's ideas, values, or beliefs. So since you are different from other people, those things that you believe or that you know to be true or hold dear in your life kind of shape what symbols might represent to you. So let's look at a few symbols here. We all know this one. The flag symbolizes freedom or represents freedom, especially to us here in America, having gone through several different wars, fighting for our freedom, our country's freedom, and being one of the strongest countries in the world that supports freedom for all people. Again, you can't physically touch freedom. It's more of an idea. It's something that you feel or work toward, but not something that is a physical or a real object. This would be one of those symbolic ideas. Another symbol you're probably familiar with. So the heart here represents love. Pretty easy. You can only feel or give love. You cannot touch love. So love, again, would be an idea, not necessarily a real object. A lot of times, not just the heart, but red represents love and that sort of thing. You'll know on Valentine's Day, the holiday of love, and that sort of thing, you'll see lots of red, lots of pink, and that sort of thing. So even colors can be symbols for different ideas. So a few tasks to get you started and to make sure that you're understanding symbols. I gave you a couple of examples, but I would like you to think of 2 additional symbols that represent something else. You need to record what those symbols are in your notes along with what each symbol represents. Make sure you fill in the space there provided on your notes. Then, after you've thought of 2 additional symbols and what those would represent, I want you to be thinking about other places that you can find symbols besides in books. I know in language arts we read and talk about books a lot, but there are lots of other places where you can find symbols. So I want you to record 2 different places of your ideas of where symbols can be found. Make sure that those are in your notes and that you fill up those space and have your explanation there. I know you might have to write small, but be prepared to come to class and discuss those.